Oh my gosh.
Fundamentals.
We would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has
Not
to be.
pub more. I mean,
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
Fitzmagic in September is like one of the hottest athletes in the world.
Georgia, 24.5-point favorite. Jesus, take the wheel in the spread. Devin, what you got?
Dude, they're going to need every bit of that spread. Like I said, prop bet, South Carolina doesn't score a single point.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not even close. It's not
Man, I'm a dumbass.
I'm clipping that.
Georgia's second. Georgia's second.
Hey, Georgia also had Herschel Walker.
10 seconds.
What is going on? Welcome to episode 119. Got a full pub, baby. Got Jay Gray, Sip of Death Queen herself. Tim the Dr. Fauna in the building. Preacher Man Fitzsimmons. And the one, the only, D-Block Unit, DeAndre Dingle Prince, baby!
Let's go.
Dre, man, can't thank you enough for hopping on. This is, man, we've been talking since the season started, man. This app team is special, and you have been standing out in that defensive unit, man. Everybody just give Dre a round of applause. All Nap Nation, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Dre.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Well, we'll start real just basic stuff, man. So you come, you're North Carolina homegrown talent, man. Coming from Stanford, and people are like, yo, where's Stanford, North Carolina at, right? You put it on the map a little bit, man. You're doing big things. Shout out to my wife. She's from there. She'll tell anybody it's real small town.
Mm-hmm.
You coming from Lee County, man, and what you were able to do in your 4 years there, reaching that state championship. I know we fell short in it, but you reached it. You set a pavement, and you're just making moves at that, man. How was it growing up in Stanford, North Carolina for you?
Man, like you said, it's real small, real tight-knit, and really all there is to do is just play sports. So my dad put me in sports at a young age and just kept going, just kept putting my head down, having fun with it. And that's where I'm at now.
Hey, man, that's what's up. What was the first sport you started out with?
It was baseball, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you still get out there a little bit? A little intramural action?
I was kind of trash, so I got put a different sport.
Yeah.
But yeah, baseball was the first one.
Hey, man, that's awesome. What other sports besides football and baseball? You play anything else? A little basketball, a little hoop action?
Basketball, football, really just those three.
Okay. Hey, man, that's solid three. What position you play in baseball and basketball?
I was outfielder in baseball, couldn't catch a thing. Then basketball, Little League, you could play anything. Play point guard, shooting guard, so I really played everything in Little League.
Heck yeah, man. All right, I hear you. Was there any moment you're like, yeah, football is my sport. Like this is my ticket out. Like this is it.
Honestly, basketball is my first love. I thought I was a hooper, and then I got to high school and I saw people were actual hoopers.
Yeah.
I say by my junior year, I actually was like, I kind of love football and took off from there.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. You go to high school at Lee County. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really familiar with their tradition because I don't think it's been a rich tradition. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys making the state championship, I was like, oh, they're doing something special there. How was that to kind of take it as at least an unknown program outside of Stanford and they're growing into, hey, state runner-up?
So my junior year, we had played Dudley out of Greensboro in the first round. We got mopped. Yeah. So I'm like, senior year, talking to all my boys, I'm like, we're going to make a run this year. And it so happened that Dudley wasn't in our bracket. So it was like, man, we definitely got it this year. And every week, I ain't going to lie, it surprised me how well we played. And then the first game before the state championship, I'm like, we're really going to the state championship. And it was amazing for the city. The whole city came out. I think we packed the whole right side of the Stanley Stadium or whatever the NC State Stadium is. And it was crazy.
Yeah, that's dope, man. It's definitely one of those towns. I coach at Bunn High School, so it's a small rural town. And you make something like that, the whole community behind you. It feels like Friday Night Lights, the movie, like last one out of town, shut the lights off. We're all headed to. And that's a special atmosphere, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, you chose App. How was your recruiting trip? Like your recruiting journey, I should say. You're a 3-star prospect. What made you choose App over other programs you maybe had?
So I say my junior year, I wasn't really even thinking about college football. I just had fun playing football and basketball.
Yeah.
And so really the competitor in me, I started seeing some of my teammates getting offers. I was like, man, my film's kind of good too. I kind of want to play in college.
Yeah.
And so I kind of got recruited later. And I had, a bunch of Sunbelt schools. I had Army, Air Force schools like that. And the tradition and the family feeling that App just took me away. And at that time, I think 2019 is when they had beat North Carolina, beat South Carolina. I'm like, man, this is a great school. So talked with my family, and we chose App.
Dude, that's what's up, man. And it is really like a family up there. It's so tight knit and so close. It's pretty special. How are you prepared for the Boone Winters?
Man, coming from Sanford, it doesn't get that cold. So I remember my freshman year, I think it was October or November, one of those two, and we had a game against Louisiana Lafayette. And when I tell you that was the coldest game I've ever been a part of, man, I was like, I don't know if I could last 4 years here.
Yeah.
It gets cold, man. I had to get some big jackets, all that.
Hey, you got to layer up, baby. You got to get it on. Yeah. Guys, any early questions for Dre before we kind of move on and talk a little more college ball?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, go Jay Dre.
Yeah, so I wasn't able to attend the game or game day this weekend, so I was watching it from home. And Coach Clark said something really interesting about how App, they might not be looking for the best player on the field, but they're looking for Appalachian State men. And so in the recruiting process, a lot of your teammates or former teammates play a big role in who gets the offer. It's not just the stars behind your name on recruiters.com. It's the team process. So what was that kind of like in your recruiting experience?
Well, they were looking for grit in a player and the type of man you are off the field. And the coaches really gravitated towards that with me. And so when I see players before I got recruited on the team, I'm like, they had the same qualities as me. And that's what we carry to the game every week, that grit. No matter who's on the field, we're going to give our all. So.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
I just wanted to know what game day was like as a player. I don't know that you probably didn't have the same experience as the fans or all the people who traveled up there, but I mean, did you have any Kirk Herbstreit sightings or Pat McAfee sightings, or like what was that weekend like for you?
It was crazy, but as a player, we really tried not to feed into all of that because we knew that Troy was going to come in and play their game. So the whole week, Coach Clark had put mouse traps around the facility, basically saying, don't take the cheese. Don't feed the But after seeing game day on Saturday, everybody outside, I'm like, man, it must be crazy to be a student or something out there. But we had to lock in for the game. So unfortunately, we didn't get to participate in all that, but it was cool to watch.
Yeah. Did any of those broadcasters come visit you guys, say what's up, dap you up?
Nah.
Okay.
Lee doesn't know what planet he's on these days. So. It's been real fun.
All right, I got to ask. If you could describe the Texas A&M victory in one word, what word would you describe it as?
Incredible.
Yeah.
I would say incredible because after the performance we had against UNC, nobody really had us winning, or they thought that game had crushed our spirit. And we just came that week like, if you just take the logo off their helmet, they put the same pants on as us, just go out and play, and seeing how we executed, it was incredible.
Man, awesome answer. I totally agree. I think we all are in the same boat. We were ecstatic that you guys played your tails off. Man, what a time. What a good time. A side question. We talk about, we have a lot of collegiate athletes, a lot of athletes. And we know that you all are great athletes. What are some of your hobbies? Do you what music do you listen to? Do you, what do you like to study? Kind of give us give the listeners a little bit, about you.
So I'm a really chill guy. Chill with my roommates, play the game, listen to music, go outside. Boone is amazing and beautiful. You got to go outside and look at everything. So
Bingo.
really chill guy. And then what I'm majoring in general marketing.
Nice.
You can do so much with that.
Yeah, that definitely kind of opens up a lot of doors for you. It doesn't really pigeonhole you. But yes, hey guys, if you haven't been to Boone, North Carolina, he's spot on. You got to get outside. There's nothing quite like Boone summers. So,
Real.
Man, I miss it already.
I was getting teary-eyed during college game day. I was telling Hacky yesterday, and it was when they were showing Boone, and they're talking about like what Boone is. It's giant slaying town. It's and they're showing like mountain biking and waterfalls, and I started crying a little bit. I'm like, I know I'm not crying right now, but it just like it hit me. It's just that kind of the hidden gem that's now in the spotlight. Like who knows where Boone is, and now everyone's just getting this window of this place in all of our hearts who have been in Boone. So that was what was really cool just about this weekend.
For real.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim, you're going to ask your normal question? Or are you going to save that for a little bit?
Oh, I can go ahead and swing away.
Because you kind of teased it.
I teased it a little bit, yeah. So everyone we have on here, particularly at Players, I always ask, let's say you fulfill all your dreams in NFL football, college football, you've done your heart's content. What are you doing? Are you sailing around the world? Are you writing a book? What would be happiness to you?
Just giving back to my community. Sanford's so small and there's not many opportunities like facilities or field for people to go play football. We have soccer fields, but we don't have basketball facilities or, football fields. You have to drive maybe 30 minutes away. So just giving back and having the opportunity to have those kids, get out the house because, a bunch of kids nowadays on the game and stuff like that, just get out the house and enjoy life while you're a kid, because when you get old, it gets pretty hectic.
Yeah.
Speaking of the
great
choir.
answer, man. Yeah, that's everyone we've had on here. They've always mentioned something about giving back, and it says a lot about you. Just that you're aware of it, but then that's actually a goal you want to pursue. So, yeah, great answer, man.
Dingle Prince Field, that has a ring to it.
So I gotta be real. I gotta be honest with you. I was 100% very heavily intoxicated for the Texas A&M game, but after the
Jay Gray,
after the double fumble play where I forget who it was, like strip sacked the guy twice, and did you recover that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you recovered it. And then the only thing on my screen for like the next 2 minutes was just you with your last name. And I took a picture of it. I said, there ain't no way we're losing this game with this man. No way at all. No, I had to tell you. Thank you for teaming me up, Vince. I appreciate it. On a serious note, so I am fairly superstitious. I'm very, very superstitious. And I haven't washed this shirt since Texas A&M. It's literally just been sitting on my couch since Texas A&M. And then when I got back from buying my car last weekend, I put it on, and like 10 seconds later was the Hail Mary. And I was like, it's the lucky shirt. It is.
Gotta keep it on, man.
I got you. Do you have any like game day superstitions?
Nah, not really. I just do it. I just go out. Not really big on.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Leave it all to Jay Gray.
Yeah.
Let her deal with all that energy, that unneeded energy.
I love it. I've got to know, Dre, like we talked about, these 3 weeks have been insane for you guys. I mean, the shootout, the comeback in the fourth quarter against UNC and falling short, then leading to, hey, we got to go on the road to College Station, beat a ranked Texas A&M. You win. We got College game day. It's Troy. Coach has rat traps and cheese all across the facilities. Like, How was that 3-week stretch just going from week 1 to week 2 to week 3? How was that for you?
And now you got JMU.
Now you got JMU.
It's crazy, man. You know, we just try to stay focused on the goal of winning the Sun Belt Championship. And we know that, especially in the East, it's gotten really strong with JMU and, you know, Marshall in our conference and everything now. So we just try to stay level-headed and know that every game that we play in, it's not over till the clock hits 0. So, you know, anything can happen.
Dude, absolutely. And you kind of touched on it there. We add JMU, ODU, Marshall to the Sun Belt. What's going through your head? You're thinking, we just beefed up a little bit. And were you like, all right, we just got to work harder? Or like, all right, we got to test ourselves. Like, what was your mentality when that news broke?
Honestly, I looked at it as is another opponent on our schedule. You know, I treat every team the same, no matter if it's Texas A&M or JMU or stuff like that. So it was like, man, we got some competition now. So each week, you know, the mistakes we have, we got to correct those because we know each team is going to bring something different.
Dude, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the way I think it's the way it should. There's the faceless opponent that we need to go punish for 60 minutes. It's awesome. That's a good mentality. I got to know your favorite game. I feel like I know your favorite game you played in thus far, but what's your favorite game?
Favorite game. Honestly, I'm going to say UNC. I'm going to say UNC. You know, as a North Carolina boy, everybody wants to go to UNC. So the chance to play them, it was incredible. Especially after seeing them play in 2019 and us beating them, I was so ready. I was like, man, we got to do it again, even though you know what happened. But that's probably my favorite game.
Hey, that's a solid one, man. It was at home. It's something special. Hey, it's just a receipt you get to keep, baby, for next time we play them.
Especially, I had some former teammates that plays on Carolina. Like my high school teammate, he was number 10, the defensive end. So it's kind of like a reunion almost.
That's kind of cool, man. You get to dap them up at midfield and say, hey, we'll be ready for your ass next time. Yeah, that's what's up. Guys, any other question before we put them on the hot seat with just random rapid fire questions?
Yeah, I got one.
I was gonna say throw mine in the rapid fire. my usual one.
I'll let you start off with it.
Okay.
Real quick, what is the poster behind you? I can't. Is it Dragon Ball Z?
That's some Tim shit.
No, it's Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't quite tell. It looked pretty cool, but I was like, I can't quite make it out.
Yeah, it's Rick and Morty.
Nice.
I love it. Rick and Morty, favorite show, favorite cartoon?
Yeah, I'll say Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I like it. All right, before we get to the hot seat, I forgot. I got to know. Game coming down the wire. The defense made a stand against Troy. Now the offense has the chance to win it.
Sets.
Let's go through your head here.
High into the air. It's up for grabs. It is juggled. He got it.
I'm not gonna lie, from the sideline, I'm like, this is Madden right here. There's no way.
Yeah.
This is Madden, yo. Me and the teammate were talking. It was like, because Chase kind of threw a duck a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man. But then my boy Stro, he tipped it. And all you see is Seahorn catch it and run it. And I said, there's no way this is real. And then 5 seconds later, the field's just flooded. I'm like, yo, this is Madden, bro.
I like that. It's sloppy Madden, baby. I love it.
I almost wondered if it was somewhat designed. I mean, obviously it's going to take like a fortunate tip, but I mean, like, was it designed for someone to bat it, to tip it away?
I'm not even sure myself, man. They surprise me every week.
I just thought that was brilliant. One time in Madden, though, I had a Hail Mary. The guy, like, it almost looked like a volleyball set. He, like, hit it behind him, though. And he popped it back in. I was like, someone should do that. I was like, that'd be brilliant. Like throw it short. Everyone comes up, just, like, smack it behind you.
Madden is crazy.
Yeah.
So was that last game.
Coach Clark just going through the facility. Hey, I just got this game on Madden. And I think I have an idea. Let's put it in the playbook.
He was like, yeah, I saw this play the other day. I was playing my son.
Oh, man, that's wild. Okay, I just had to know, like, being on the sideline, you're helpless. Like, you did your job, and now you see, like you said, Chase Bryce that duck. I was in the stands. I was like, the hell? What type of throw was that? Was it tipped or anything? And then it happens. I'm like, oh, we're good. It meant to happen. Like it was.
Nobody knew that was gonna happen, man. It's crazy.
Wild. All right, let's put you on the hot seat with some random questions from listeners and ourselves here. All right, Fitzy, start us off.
Yeah, mine might take the most thinking here, so it's a good one to start off. My go-to, I ask every App State player, what is your NFL ceiling and floor? So at your position, like your ceiling would be kind of who you aspire to be like, or maybe who you enjoy watching the most. And then your floor would be kind of realistically where you think you are.
The ceiling, I would say kind of like a Grady Jarrett, Ed Oliver type. And the floor, not even sure, man. It's crazy where I'm headed, man. So not sure about the ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Love that Grady Jarrett answer.
Yeah,
It is savvy.
All right, you get a Mount Rushmore of your musical artist. Who's on your Mount Rushmore? Top 4.
Top 4. I'm gonna have to go Gunna. I'm gonna have to go. Gotta put Drake up there. Got to.
Okay.
Gotta put Drake. This is tough. Drake. I'm gonna have to go Lil Wayne.
Respect.
And for my 4th one, I might throw a curveball in there. I don't know. Man, I'm gonna have to go. I have to go Chris Brown.
Ooh, all right, that's definitely a curveball. I like it.
Right.
I like
I've been listening to some like 09 Chris Brown lately. No Air with him and Jordan Sparks. Oh my gosh, that's like my new workout jam right now.
Way back with that one.
That's your workout jam? What?
My workout jam.
Oh,
It gets me going, man.
Gets the people going. All right, Dre. All-time favorite pregame music. You're about to head out. Got to put it in before you head out on the field, though.
I'm gonna go Hot by Young Thug and Gunna.
All right, respect. That's a good one.
Played that all throughout high school, so that might be my little superstition thing if we did that, play the songs.
I like it. Your dream NIL deal. So if you could make a deal with any company out there, who are you making a deal with?
Zaxby's.
Yeah, big Zaxby's guys.
Zaxby's.
Yeah.
I love it. What's your favorite? What's your go-to meal there?
Wings and things. Gotta have it.
What type of sauce?
I really just switch it up every time. It's just how good it is to me. But sometimes just go hot. Just
speak to the people, baby. Hot teriyaki. Oh man, it's good. Now you
I feel like Zaxby's is underrated. I feel like
very
people,
underrated.
yeah,
slept on.
man,
I agree.
Zach sauce is pretty dang good.
Real dang good. If you could schedule one dream game in one dream arena, who you playing and where you playing?
If we're talking college, NFL.
Let's do college and pros. We'll get you a little bit of both there.
Okay, college. I'm gonna have to go Ohio State at their place.
Ooh, in the horseshoe. Let's beat them, baby.
And then pro level, you gotta go. Let's see. You gotta go Dallas.
Yeah, Jerry's World.
Gotta go Dallas.
I like
at their place as well.
Oh, for sure. I like it. Your dream draft day scenario. We're going number 1 overall to
the Panthers.
All right, I like it.
Yeah.
You're the first app guy to answer that question. They've all been like, I don't want to answer it. And Dre's like, hey, I'm coming out. I want the home team, baby.
Who wouldn't want to be in their home team, you know?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to do that?
Exactly. All right. What's your number? Is there any reason why you're number 50?
Crazy story. So my sophomore year, I played right tackle the whole season on offense. And that spring before that season, they just gave me a number. You know, I used to be 82, and they just gave me 50. And I guess it just stuck with me all the way to here. So
wow,
there's nothing really behind it. But
okay,
it looks cool.
Yeah, hey, it's a clean number, especially on defensive line. You don't see a lot of DL with it.
Yeah,
I like it. They're making the DeAndre Dingle Prince movie. You can't play yourself. Who's playing you?
That's a hard one. Man. I honestly thought
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, I like it. Full circle. This one comes from listener Andrew Price. He wants to know what that bench press looks like. And is there anybody else
bench
beating
press,
that bench press?
Maybe, but
Yeah.
bench press pretty good.
Can we get a number? Can we throw a number out there?
About 350, 355.
That's
That's
solid.
right now.
That's solid. I like that.
Price is always asking about bench press, man. Price, what are you benching? Put in the comments. What the hell are you benching, man? You better be at least 300 or you can't ask that question anymore.
I hit triple digits this week.
There you go, Jay.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Any more random questions for Dre before we break into like the normal flow of an episode here? Cool. Dre, you want to stick around and talk a little more sports with us, or you got to bounce?
I could talk a little bit more.
All right, bro. Let's do it. So we always start with a random sports fact and question, unless we have a badass interviewer like you. So we're gonna circle back to it. Let's rewind the clock. 1994, Dre. I don't know if you are a thought at this point, right? I don't know if your parents are even thinking about you at this point, right? But it's 94. We're going to West Virginia, and we're gonna go to DuPont High School. Anybody know what athlete came from DuPont?
Was it Randy Moss?
How about Randy Moss?
Yeah, Randy Moss. And he actually had a co-star on the hardwood with him on the basketball court.
Oh, I know that one.
White chocolate.
White chocolate. Florida Gator, great.
Jason Williams was out there hooping. So these two played together in 1994 in basketball. I mean, I can't imagine if you're the opposing team, like, I got to guard Randy Moss and Jason Williams. They were both co-West Virginia Players of the Year in 94. Randy Moss wins it by himself in 95. Ridiculous amount of numbers. I mean, they averaged 30-plus points a piece a game, 15, 12 rebounds, assists. Like, this duo, deadly. They don't win the state championship. So I've got to see what that state championship team looked like if you beat Moss. Like, golly. So just a wild scene. Obviously, they both go to Marshall, and they had a chance to make a name for themselves at Marshall. Randy Moss chose football, though. Jason Williams basketball. What is your like dream duo you'd like to see play together? And they don't have to play necessarily the same sport.
I'm saying LeBron, and I want to go Megatron, Calvin Johnson.
Are they playing football or basketball?
Football.
Yo, LeBron at tight end.
LeBron at tight end, and then you got Calvin Johnson out wide. Crazy.
That's tough.
I don't know if you saw there's a TikTok floating around of LeBron James playing football in high school, and he just does like a post, and it's so bad. Like it's just a straight line, like no stutter step, nothing.
Hey, he's no Keenan Allen.
Not Devontae Adams, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. But still, that's a big SOB to like try to go guard, man. Golly.
Man, I'm trying to think.
Well, I can tell you a real life one. My dad, shout out Big Rob, missed one of my, when I started coaching volleyball after I graduated, missed one of my games because he wanted to go see Ja Morant and Zion Williamson play together at the Peach Bowl thing in North Augusta. He paid $150 to get into an AAU tournament basketball game.
It's probably worth it though.
It was. They blew out the other team. I was just upset that he chose them over me. Well, selfishly.
That's fair.
I think my ultimate matchup, I want to see, and I'm gonna go golf because I'm in a golf mindset. I want to see prime Tiger Woods and prime Jack Nicklaus play against one another.
Oh, not even teammates.
That's the argument.
Okay.
But if they're on the same team, I want to see them play the entire Ryder Cup team or the entire international team, and they'd still win.
Man.
I'd like to see Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett play pickleball.
Pickleball.
Think about that. You have two huge, just enormous athletes just shredded out of their mind, and they're hitting this little rinky-dink waffle ball. I think it would be entertaining. I'd pay some money. Maybe not 150, but I'd pay money for it.
This might be a weird one. Give me I'd like to see Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce play baseball.
That's a weird
I don't
one,
know. I just feel like Kelce, I don't know if he played baseball, but I feel like he could just hit dingers like all day. And I see Mahomes just being a general on the field, just like all the arm angles at shortstop. It's like, why not? Just play for the Royals. They need help anyway. So
Hey, I don't hate that. What is it? Mahomes is a part owner of the Royals, right?
I think so, yeah.
There it is. We solved the Royals' problems now. Fitz, you did it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Michael Vick and AI. I know both played quarterback, but you just have like a Russian roulette. Like every other snap, they just keep switching and just dump screen pass off each other.
That's deadly.
Yeah, it'd be gross. All right, let's dive into a little non-football talk, and then we'll hop right into NFL pick'ems and that good stuff. Aaron Judge, glad you're here, Jay Gray. You're Yankee hateful. I know you hate him. He hit his 60th home run, and he joins the 60th home run club. Pretty impressive feat for him. The young teenagers. We talked about not Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth a couple weeks ago. That was a random fact that he gave him $100 for his ball, and that was worth thousands of dollars. These fans didn't even want money from him. They said, "Hey, we just want an autograph, man. That's all we want. You've earned this ball," and he gives it to him. Pretty special. I don't think he'll beat Barry Bonds' single season record. Also, he's not juicing, at least as far as we know. So, asterisk. But this is a pretty amazing accomplishment. It's something that I don't know how often we'll see this in our lifetime, but for Aaron Judge to hit a 60th home run of the season, that's impressive. Jay Gray, any thoughts?
Oh yeah. Well, Brian is a big Yankees fan, so if you want the real thoughts, we can call him up here. But yeah, I mean it's always impressive, and it's always great to see someone excel. I never am going to wish poorly upon anyone. The debate that I've just heard now is he going to be named captain in the offseason?
Ooh.
That's the big debate right now. The last captain they had was Derek Jeter. So he'd be joining elite society.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I was just looking, only 5 other players have hit 60. Ruth, Roger Maris, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Granted, McGwire and Sosa did it multiple times, which is kind of wild. Only 2 of them are in the 70 club, but hey, Judge, joining good company.
One hell of a company. Dre, how many home runs you hit playing Little League?
0.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, fair enough.
I told you I was bad. I was terrible.
I was hoping, like you said, he couldn't catch anything. I was like, maybe he was just hitting dingers out there.
They just took me straight off the
no. Hey, at least you were out there having fun, right? That's what it's all about.
That's all that matters, man. We had little orange slices after the game, you know.
Little Capri Sun. Life was good back then, man.
Yeah.
Good vibes. All right. Any other thoughts about Judge hitting his 60th home run? We're not a big baseball show here, Dre. We try to do a little bit, but Devin's usually our baseball guy, and
I can't wait to see the Yankees choke in the playoffs.
That's just hateful, Jay.
It's hateful.
Calling it now.
I mean, you're probably not wrong, but that's just hateful. All right. Let's go to the Octagon. I don't know if you guys saw this news. Raul Ruiz Jr., 17-year-old, becomes the youngest UFC fighter in history. He just signed his contract. Dana White offered him. He's undefeated. He's 6-0. He's finished 5 out of those 6 professional fights. He's about to turn 18 next month, early next month. But just 17 years old, you're a pro athlete in one of the most dangerous combative sports there is. Tim, medical professional here. What's your thoughts, longevity here? 17-year-old doing UFC.
Is this legal?
Yeah, I mean, shoot. I don't even know. Your body's not even fully developed. It's just wild. I mean, if he's crushing it, then hey, shoot your shot. But I mean, come 30, 40 years old, you know, you might be feeling it a little early. So get it while you can, I guess, man. That's crazy. 17. Dang.
But he's killing it, though. Like he's doing moves that like people just don't do, like submission chokes and stuff. Like the amount of knowledge he has is unmatched. People think he's gonna be the youngest champion in UFC history. That's a lot of pressure. And Dre,
Yeah.
you're a student athlete. You know all too well about pressure. Now imagine being 3 years younger or 2 years younger and all that pressure, and then it's one-on-one in a spot. Like that's tough, man.
Crazy.
He's like the chosen one. He's like LeBron, but it's USC. UFC.
Witness commercials. Yeah. All right. Any other UFC thoughts here with Raul Ruiz? We wish him the best, and hopefully this is the birth of an amazing career for him. To me, I was blown away. He's 17 years old. I was like, Fitz, is that legal? Like,
Yeah, that's weird.
In 10 years, we're going to see Raul Rosas against Jake Paul
oh, get out
boxing
of here.
match.
All right.
And we're going to be complaining about it. So
Dre, I don't know about you. You're younger than us, so you might appreciate it, but like Jake Paul and Logan Paul, them boxing, and there's boxing old heads, like we feel salty about it. Like those are our heroes. You're just dumping in the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand how y'all feel, man.
Like when he did that to my boy Nate Robbins, I'm like, man, he didn't deserve that.
Yeah, I don't think Nate should have hopped in there.
No.
I don't think Nate should have hopped in there, man.
All right, let's talk a little ice, then we'll go dive right into NFL. Nathan McKinnon, this is a guy, Evan, Tim, that you talked so much about during the NHL playoffs. The Avs are just so young. They're so good. They're so explosive. They just signed their assistant captain, who's probably going to be captain here the next year or two, for 8 years, $100.8 million. Highest, fattest contract in modern NHL salary cap days. This is wild. McKinnon he's the truth. I think we can all agree with that. That's a lot of money, and I love to see the NHL dishing out big money because it's just not a sport that dishes out a lot of money.
yeah, and credit to the Avalanche. I mean, if you watched any of the postseason, this guy, he was on fire the whole time. He definitely played into the hype. This is the new benchmark. This is, the next Sidney Crosby, as much as I hate to say that, or like a young Ovechkin. This is the new talent coming up, and the Avs are recognizing it, and they're doing it. They're sealing the deal. So I love it. And like you said, Park, you don't see these blockbuster deals for the NHL, so bring it on. I think it's great.
Dre, do you watch any hockey, man?
I do not, but I have played the video games, though.
Hey,
Yeah.
You do a little mascot mashup in there? The mascot version is the fun one.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the best. Parker, you kick my ass all the time, but I still love it, man.
It's so fun.
Gosh.
Oh, man. Dre, during playoff time, watch a little hockey. Come out to Hurricanes game. We'll get together. We'll tailgate it. We'll have some fun here in Raleigh because, I mean, it's a electric atmosphere, bro. It's awesome.
I've been trying to get to a hockey game. That's on my bucket list.
Hey, let's make it happen, Dre. We're going to get you there.
So
Cool. Jagray, any thoughts for you? Go ahead. Sorry, girl.
Oh, the Canes Bruins game's the weekend of my 30th birthday. Hey, everyone's invited.
There it is. Invite.
They're playing in Raleigh?
They are playing in Raleigh, so literally everyone's invited.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Jagger's trashed.
I'll bring my mimosa tower. It's gonna be a good time.
Oh man.
Yeah. We saw one at brunch, and then Brian and I decided that we needed one because that just made sense. So we'll bring it. My thought and my only thought is Zdeno Chara signed a one-day deal with the Boston Bruins to retire a Bruin.
Kind of like Joe Hayden.
Chara.
Yeah. Shout out Chara. All right. Let's talk a little NFL here. The good stuff. The meat and potatoes. We've got to talk about the sadder news here. A guy who bright future this season. He's been shut down though. Trey Lance breaks the ankle week 2. They invested like they were all in on Trey Lance. Jimmy G, we thought he was out, done. Trade him away. We thought 49ers were dumb to hold on to. Apparently they're geniuses. They foresaw this. They went to a median and predicted the future here. Jimmy G, everybody seems to be back in Jimmy G now. Trey Lance done for the season. Dre, what's your thoughts here? I know you're a Panthers fan, but like when you saw this unfold, were you like, these guys are pretty smart, or like, man, good for Jimmy G? Like, what was your thoughts?
I'm thinking they're pretty smart, man.
Yeah.
They, like you said, they invested so much into Trey Lance just to have Jimmy G on the back burner, and now you need Jimmy G. Yeah. So I think it was pretty smart on their behalf.
Absolutely, 100%.
My thought is I just picked up Jimmy G in our league, so
Oh god.
Have fun. He's gonna throw like one touchdown a game. So.
I also have. Do I have Tua in this league? No, I have David Carr because his hair grows with power.
Yeah, Carr's.
He's gonna get better as the season goes. It's just because the hair.
I know.
No, Jimmy's not a fancy guy, but he will be. He has his chance to carry the Niners to the playoffs again. So I don't know. It's funny, like Jimmy, it's all in his hands. He could get the bag after this year. Like if he gets them back to the playoffs, I think you gotta keep him. So yeah, cool for Jimmy. I feel like you got to pull for them. And again, he's seasoned. He knows this offense. I think they're in a better position than if they were with Trey Lance.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of saying this during this whole drama is it shouldn't be drama, and having a backup quarterback is increasing in value. I think smart move. We're all pretty familiar with the idea that, any play, something could happen, unfortunately. And I hate it for Trey. He's out for the season. But like Jimmy's going to step, he's been to 2 out of the last 3 NFC championships or something like that. And
yeah, I think so.
Like he can get it done. So I don't know why. I don't know. Media's weird.
They're weird.
Yeah. Totally agree. All right. Let's move on to the other on-field incident that happened. This one.
Oh god.
Little fight. We got Evans versus Lattimore part 3. They've gone at each other 3 times now. Evans gets a 1-game suspension, pretty lenient. I just love that Tom Brady was talking his shit, Lattimore talking his shit, and Evans coming out of nowhere and just blindsiding him here. I don't know if you guys saw the sideline footage, but it looks like Bruce Arians said something to Mike Evans, and then Mike Evans just runs over and defends Tom Brady. It was just like, there's like, you let him talk about TB12 that way? Bam! Mike Evans on the run. Like, it was wild. What's your thoughts about this one?
Man, I feel like he's at the point they see each other or even look at each other on the field. It's on site.
Green light.
Green light.
How much hatred would you have to have towards someone to just on the field, like literally just fight them? Like, have you ever gotten to that point where you're like, yo, I could just knock this fool out?
Nah, they don't push me that far, but
yeah,
you have to be really mad at somebody.
It's crazy, man. 3 times.
Especially when you know you're gonna get suspended and that's money coming out your pocket, you gotta be really mad.
Yeah.
Jeez.
My favorite one all time still when Jameis Winston, he had his finger like on the guy's neck, like just like
that was Lattimore. He was doing it to Lattimore.
Yeah, I know. And then who comes in? Evans, just bam. It's like,
I think that was part 2.
Yeah,
that was part 2.
Oh man, wild. I don't know if you guys listen to Bussin' with the Boys or not, but they had Lenny Fournette on, and he was talking. It was like, I don't care, 60 versus 1. I'll still stand there and square up. And Fournette was kind of the one that started this whole thing, so it was just funny. He kind of spoke in existence. Oh, wild. Yeah, he's only suspended for a game. Lattimore, I don't think he's getting any punishment, maybe a fine, but I didn't see anything come out for it, so I think he kind of skates away free. Evans just, once again, I'm sure, Dre, you were taught the same thing. It's always the person that reacts, not the instigator, that always gets punished, and this is just proof of it.
It's facts, man.
Wow.
Perfect timing, too, because they got to play the Packers next week. So
yeah, and that wide receiver course is thin right now. Tom Brady's pissed. He's going to throw another tablet.
Yeah. Well, Rodgers doesn't have many receivers either, so it's going to be a true test between Brady and Rodgers.
So I'm smelling taking the under.
The ultimate chess match where like you've already sacrificed your queens and your knights, and it's just pawns out there. It's like who's gonna win?
It's the most like commentator thing you've ever said.
I like it. I just made it up.
All right, let's get into our pick'ems here. Steelers, Browns, Thursday Night Football, AFC North grudge match. Break out the Black Air Forces, baby. Over under set at 40. Cleveland, 3.5-point favorite. Dre, you are our guest. We're going to go Dre, Jay, Tim, Fitz, and then me. Whatever pick you want to make. If you want to do a little betting advice there, Dre, feel free. We're pretty terrible at it, but we always give our advice. So it is what it is.
Man, I'm going Steelers, man.
Yeah.
I'm going Steelers. I love that offense. Sadly, I think, is it TJ Watt that's out for the season, or is he hurt? Like that?
He's out for at least, I think, 4 weeks. They'll reevaluate him. That torn, I think, pec. I think he tore his pec.
Got you. But when they were all firing on all cylinders, man, the defense is crazy. So I got
Nasty.
Steelers. Nah, I'm terrible at betting too, so I'm right.
yeah. Not Spooktober yet, Jay.
Can I go ahead and say that this is this year's NFC North? Right? No, East. Whichever league that you guys get on me about being trash
NFC East.
is this
NFC
league.
East.
It's this one. They're terrible.
I'm gonna square up with you. It's on site now. Mike Evans, Edinburgh. We're coming.
That's fine. I'll take you down. I guess I'm gonna go Browns because I hate Pittsburgh. That's it.
I do too.
I'm going Steelers. Like Dre said, I mean, they put Joey B on notice that first week, so that defense is legit. I got to go Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers' offense has been kind of underwhelming this year. I feel like they would have involved Najee Harris more, and they really haven't. I'm gonna take the Browns. I think it's an ugly game, but I like Chubb vastly better than Harris in this one. So yeah, I'll take the Browns.
That's a hot take. I don't hate it though. You know, for me, you got an elf on midfield. You're named after a color. Your fans bark like dogs. It don't make no damn sense. This game ain't gonna make no damn sense. Give me the Browns. I feel like they get a win here. All right, moving on. Sunday's action: Houston Texans, Chicago Bears. Chicago 2.5-point favorite in Soldier Field. Over under 38.
I think I'm gonna go Bears on this one. Not really a big fan of either team, honestly, but I think Justin Fields might have a bounce back game. If he doesn't, then it's gonna get ugly. But hopefully he bounces back.
Yeah, Dre, I think you hit the nail on the head. Not a big fan of these two teams. I don't think there's a lot of people big fans of these two teams.
For real.
Ditto what Dre said. Bears.
You know, I've had this hunch about the Texans for some reason this year. I'm going the Texans. I don't know why. I got no skin in the game, but I have a feeling they'll win.
I'm tempted to take the Texans here, but I don't know the Bears. They're just like, you never know what they're going to be. Like every possession is different. And I noticed in the Packers game, like when they were running the ball with Montgomery and they're doing kind of pass run option with Fields, I thought they had a lot of success.
Yeah.
But then they just got away from it. They're like, all right, Fields, be Aaron Rodgers. And like he couldn't do it. And it's like, yeah, like, what are you doing? So I feel like they need to try to figure out a way to make him more like Jalen Hurts and just kind of have a more heavy run attack. But so I don't know. We'll see. I think I will take the Texans just because I don't think the Bears have figured that out yet.
Long neck Mills. That's about to get RKO'd by Fields. I feel like the Bears they need a bounce back game, Dre. And I'm with you. I think Bears find a way to get it done. I'm not touching this on my betting slip, though. I just give me the Bears. You never know with these two. All right. Raiders, Titans. Over under set 45.5. Las Vegas 1-point favorite. What'd you say?
Las Vegas. Man, did you see the Titans last game? Oh my gosh. Got obliterated.
Rough.
I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm liking the Raiders in this one.
It's not the same team we saw at the end of last year.
No.
I do think this is a game that's going to come down to the last possession. And as much as I want to take the Raiders, I think Mike Vrabel is going to light a fire under the Titans' asses, and they're going to get it done.
I got to go Raiders. Derek Carr has another week of growing his hair out. He's going to get stronger. He's going to win. And Josh Jacobs, he's going to get some running yards this week.
Man, this one's tough because I almost think like Jay Gray, like you feel like Vrabel is going to throw something at him. Like everyone's just throwing the towel in for Tennessee. It's 2 games in the season, and they just played the Bills, who look unstoppable. But I thought the Raiders would have a win at this point. I thought they could have been 2-0. They're sitting at 0-2.
Yeah.
I'll take the Raiders, but it's really hard. It's really close.
In both those losses, they're 1 or 2 plays away from big wins. They're right there in those
exactly.
games. They're competitive.
Yeah.
The Titans, they got blown out by the cheat code called the Bills. Chandler Jones, he's a Raider now. Last time Taylor Lewan saw him, gave up 5 sacks to the homeboy. It was rough. Max Crosby is on the other side. This defensive line is dangerous. Bounce back for Taylor Lewan and the Titans, though. They get the job done. They find a way to win. Dude, he's nasty.
A dog.
EMU representing. All right. Team we talked about a little bit. Chiefs going against the Colts. Colts, man. This comes at a bad time for them. Over-unders at 49.5. Kansas City, 6.5-point favorite. That's it. Dre, what do you think?
Not really a big Matt Ryan fan, man. Not really a big Matt Ryan fan.
Don't tell Cato that.
Not really. Not a Matt Ryan fan, so I'm going Chiefs on this one. Yeah, just Matt Ryan. That's all.
I think this week is going to be the week that Jonathan Taylor runs for 200 plus yards, and I'm thinking he's going to carry the Colts to a win.
I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm tired of the Colts. I've put so much positive energy their way, and to get shut out by the Jaguars is just, I don't know. I can't do it anymore. I'm going Chiefs.
I thought you were going to pull the Michael. I'm tired, man. I'm dead, man.
As much as I also agree, you got great picks. Because I think Taylor could have a big week, but as much as I like Taylor and maybe that defense can play better, it's Kansas City. I don't think anyone's stopping them.
Matty Ice. I went on record in 2020 in COVID. I said the ice is melting quickly under him. And you said, no, he's crazy. He's an elite quarterback. He's top 10. Get that shit out of here. He's melted. Done. Global warming's full effect. Matty Ice dead. Give me Kansas City. Bills, Dolphins. This game. Whew.
Yeah.
Fireworks. Cue the Katy Perry here. Overrunners at 51. Buffalo, 4.5-point favorite.
Cheat code, like you said earlier, man. Cheat code.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it was just the Titans they didn't come to play that game, or the Bills are just crazy right now, but I'm liking the Bills on this one.
I hope this is on and that they don't put the Panthers on instead of this game. Let me tell you. I'm sorry, Drake. But if they put the Panthers on and I can't watch this game, I'm going to be upset. This game, woo, I want to see it. Man, I'm a Pats fan and I want to see this game. I'm going to go. Damn, is it in Miami?
Yeah, it's in Miami.
All right, I'm going Dolphins.
Ooh.
I think reality check the Bills. It's always hard to play a conference opponent. It really is. And there's just something different about a conference game. You can be playing the best teams in the league according to the last 2 years, but when you play a conference game, even if it's the Jets, there's something different about it that's going to light a fire under Tua. Because, nobody thinks the Dolphins are going to win. They're going to play like they have nothing to lose. And that's the most dangerous opponent you can have.
I think the Dolphins are going to win. I'm picking the Dolphins.
You're so nonchalant there.
They are crazy. I do think it's interesting, especially after seeing Tua just go off in the second half with the Ravens, which the Ravens, they're supposed to have a top pass defense, but I know they got, a rookie safety from Notre Dame trying to figure things out and whatever. Also, are we sure that's Tua and not Brucey on the bottom there?
Yeah. Too much popcorn.
Brucey.
Too much popcorn.
Brucey's time. Yeah, I guess eat popcorn. I'll take Buffalo, and I'll actually take them with the points. I think that as much as I like the Dolphins defense too, the Bills defense has been just as blazing as their offense. They're the perfect storm this season. So yeah, give me the Bills.
We talked about the cheat code of the Bills. The Dolphins have a little cheat code of their own. Hill, Waddle, the best end zone dance in the league right now, the Penguin Waddle, baby. I'm here for it. Tua coming off a huge game. Fitz, you talked about it. Torching that Ravens defense with a comeback win. He's grown up in front of our eyes, our little Tua. He's just getting so big on us. Get that out of here. Throw a table, Josh Allen. The Bills keep this train rolling 3-0. Tim, we're biting kneecaps in Detroit, baby. They're taking on the Vikings, 51.5 over under. Minnesota, 7-point favorite, though, in the Viking Dome.
Not really a big fan of these two teams either. but I want to see the Vikings win this one for some reason. On the other hand, though, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go Detroit. My boy Meach is on the team. Gotta go Detroit. Gotta go Detroit.
I was about to clip that and send that to Meach, so you're lucky you're back.
I had to remember for a second. I had to remember.
Ooh, I have no idea. Y'all, there's some good games this weekend. Because my dog is a Vikings fan, she always howls at the little horn. She's so cute. I'm gonna go Vikings.
I love it. Yeah, I think it's no surprise here. I'm going Lions. There's never been one time in my life that we've scored 3 consecutive 30-point games. So, like, I'm on cloud 9. Aiden Hutchinson 3 sacks in the first half. Like, we're getting 8. We were getting 8+ yards running up the middle between Swift and Williams. We're looking really good. I got to go Lions. Shocker.
Last I looked on my bookie, Lions were plus 202 in this game. And I think this game could be decided with a field goal, if even. I got the Lions. I'm taking them.
Let's go.
I like obviously Amon-Ra St. Brown putting up numbers. Swift is a dual threat. Goff is playing well. And then, yeah, Tim, you got the rookie. It looks like the defensive rookie of the year at this point, and Aiden Hutchinson. And also, we're still with In Kirk We Trust. I mean, he's just gonna throw games away at this point. So yeah, I'm taking the Lions, and a pretty handsome game to bet on if you're feeling gutsy.
Yeah. Tim, bad teams stick together, bad franchise stick together. I love the Lions, but Kirk Cousins scares me because he sucked so bad last week. He was terrible last week. This is the bounce back game. You got to watch out for Kirk. He'll have a real crappy game, and all of a sudden it looks like MVP form.
Him and James.
Not against the Lions defense, though. Give me Dan Campbell, Motor City, baby. They get it done.
And just think about it. Our best offensive weapon is even out on the field. Jameson Williams. Once we get him on the field, we're getting 40 points a game. So just be ready for it.
NFC North title coming home. That's what we're smelling. Ravens, Pats, Jay Gray, your team. Over set at 44. Baltimore, 3.5-point favorite.
Pay that man Lamar. Beans saying that they need to pay that man Lamar.
Hashtag.
But I'm liking the Ravens on this one. I haven't really watched much of the Patriots so far. I don't know how Mac Jones is doing, but I have faith the Ravens could pull this one out.
Well, I can tell you, you're not missing much. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take the Pats, and obviously I'm going to talk trash to Devin all week, expecting neither team to win because that's how this game's going to go. This is going to be a tie game. It is. This is going to be one of those games that I would not be surprised if there was a tie because I don't trust either team to win right now. But I still want my Pats to win.
I got to go with the Ravens just for the simple fact that to beat Lamar Jackson, you have to throw 6 touchdowns. Like, it's Lamar Jackson. I don't know if many teams can throw 6 touchdowns in one game, so I don't want to bet against Lamar, so we'll go with the Ravens.
Yeah, ditto, Tim. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. Ravens.
Man, the Ravens have been playing the game from last week all in their facility. It's been poster board material. They just choked. They choked the game away. They let it go slip through their fingers. Belichick, man, he's dangerous, especially at home, Foxborough. Give me New England with a huge upset. Ooh, I know. Bengals, Jets, over set at 43. Cincinnati, 4.5-point favorite. We've got to get a win. The Bengals need it. Joe Burrow's not worried, but everybody else is worried. Flabbergasted at this point. Dre, what do you say? Don't break my heart, Dre. You got Akeem Gathers over there. I'll clip it and send it to him too. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna do the Bengals on this one. Joe Flacco, not really big fan of him either. He's in the same boat with Matt Ryan, for me. Yeah. But hopefully, the Bengals, after losing to Dallas, hopefully they could bounce back because that was a confident shooter right there.
Cooper Rush for MVP at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm returning the favor, Hacky, and I'm going Bengals. Yay, Bengals.
You know what I was doing? I was setting it up.
You were. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I got to go Bengals too. At some point, things have to start clicking, and we got to start seeing, your offense like it was towards the end of even regular season last season. So, give me the Bengals.
I agree. I think the Bengals should start clicking, but I don't think it's this week. I think Joe Cool is getting it done. I think Garrett Wilson I think he's started to emerge as a possible, I think he's the front runner right now for Rookie of the Year through two games, but I would take that. And he's got some chemistry with Joe Flacco. The Jets are kind of, I don't know, they got to figure this thing out with Zach Wilson, that he might be coming back week 4 potentially, but right now it's still Flacco. So I think you get the best Joe Flacco, and hey, he knows the Bengals kind of, right? Like he played in the AFC North forever. So yeah, I'll take the Jets.
Did you call Joe Flacco Joe Cool?
Joe Cool, baby. Yeah.
Joe
Playoff
Cool.
Joe.
Oh,
you not seen Joe? Have you not seen Joe Flacco's playoff stats?
All right, let me
They're
tell you.
unreal.
Let me tell you stats against Cincinnati. He's 9-11. That ain't very cool. He's thrown 21 tutties for 25 picks against my Bengals.
Okay.
Joe versus Joe. There's only one Joe Cool. That's Joe Burrow, baby. Joey Shiesty getting the done.
Shiesty.
Hammer him down, baby. Give me Burrow. Get out of here, Fitz. Just kidding. All right. Philly, Washington, over-under set 50.5. Philly, 4-point favorite. Washington creeping up on some rankings here. People starting to not sleep on them so much. Carson Wentz might be back. What do you think, Dre?
I'm liking that Philly team, man. Especially if Darius Slay could come play like he did last week. It's going to be a good one. And I love that receiving core too. So I'm going Philly.
One of the most explosive offenses in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, Amy's getting hype. Got to stay on Amy's good side. I'm going Philly.
Gats to.
Don't want batteries thrown at me this Christmas. So gotta go Philly.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles. The Commanders are just too hot and cold right now with Wentz. Yeah, let's go Philly.
I think Wentz beats his former team. I think the Commanders, he's been airing it out. He's thrown 300 plus yards in both games. They got a great receiving core. I think it could be potentially like a high scoring game in this one. So I like the over in this. I'm taking Washington to pull it out. I need both those receivers to have big days. Those are 2 guys on my fantasy team.
Yeah. And both some of the youngest and most talented bunch there. Man, I like the over here too, Fitz. I think we could easily see both these teams score 28 points apiece here, and no one would bat an eye. Carson Wentz going against his old team. Man, he's had this thing circled for a while. So has Philly, though. Philly knows Carson Wentz. They're going to find a way to win. Flip the calendar, though. I think when Carson Wentz returns to Philly, it's a different story. All right, Dre, your team. Division foe, Jameis. Eaton W. Winston out there coming to Carolina. Baker ready for him, though. 41 points to over under. New Orleans, 3-point favorite.
You know my pick already, man. I'm gonna be a loyal fan. I'm gonna go to Panthers. It's gonna be a rough one, Past couple days or games, Baker. Yeah. But as long as we don't run McCaffrey to the ground, we always have a chance.
That's true. Keep him up. Keep him upright.
Yeah, did y'all see there was a place in Charlotte that if the Panthers had fired Matt Rule by Tuesday, they were going to give out free wings?
Oh, jeez.
The next day.
Oh.
Yeah, DD Peckers. They actually have some pretty good wings. So look out for it. When Rule gets fired, they're going to give out free wings. So I'm making my pick for those who love DD Peckers, and I'm picking the Saints.
Strictly a wings option there, but I don't hate that.
For free wings, yes.
Man, I didn't realize.
Sorry, Dre.
I didn't realize he was that much of a hot seat. That's crazy. I think the Panthers break the barrier. I think they do it this week. They've had a couple scraps already. As much as I like my boy Jameis, I got to go the Panthers.
I got to pull up Kamara's injury status right now before I make my pick. He is still questionable, limited practice. So, yeah, it's kind of hard. You get a little Heisman versus Heisman quarterback matchup with Baker and Jameis. I like the Saints defense a lot better than the Panthers. I think Michael Thomas has kind of showed some chemistry with Jameis through 2 weeks. And even though Jameis is playing with a hurt back, I like the Saints in this one.
Dre, you win my boys. I'm going with your boys. Give me Carolina. I feel like Baker's got to have a shining moment, and this is it. Give him a rivalry game. That's all he needs to get fired up. Little DX to the crowd. Let's go.
For real.
All right. Los Angeles Chargers taking on touchdown Jesus Trevor Lawrence there. Over-unders at 48. LA 7-point favorite. What do you think, Dre?
Like I said, I haven't really watched much of these two either. But for what I'm hearing, I'm gonna go Chargers.
Air Baron, we trust.
This is the battle of like who's gonna be the next Pantene poster boy, and I'm going with Herbert. I love you, T-Law. I love you a lot, but I'm going Justin Herbert. Is he playing?
Yeah.
Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah, he's rib injury, but he's playing. I think he's playing with like a rib protector.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm going to the Chargers too. I mean, even with the rib injury, Jacksonville, I don't know. It's one of those like prove it consistently kind of things. So give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I did watch some Trevor Lawrence this week, and I saw they were getting the ball out quicker with him, just kind of getting it out quick, getting it to the playmakers like Etienne and some of those other guys. But yeah, as much as I like this QB battle, I think even with an injured Herbert, I think that the Chargers defense makes some problems for Trevor. I don't know if getting it out quick is going to work against this defense. So yeah, I like the Chargers. I think they could actually just kind of tee off on the Jags this week.
Yeah, I mean, you just shut out the Colts, but that was in Duval County. Give me the Chargers. I feel like they're just too explosive, right? They're just too good. Let's go to the other LA team. Matty Stafford, Rams, traveling to Murray and the Cardinals. Over-under at 50.5. LA 4-point favorite. What'd you say, Dre?
I'm gonna go Rams on this one. Even though I love Kyler Murray, I'm gonna go Rams on this one. I just think he has the most energy in the world to just run around and just sling the ball. I'm liking the Rams on this one.
Yeah, I guess I'll go Rams too. I don't really care too much about this matchup, but I know it's a good game. I just really don't care.
I was kind of thinking that the Stafford Cup connection would be a little diminished this year, or it hasn't shown any signs of slowing down. They are just so on the money with each other. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I'm thinking along with Cup, I think Allen Robinson is starting to get involved in this offense more. So I feel like the Rams, I think now the next project is Cam Akers and whenever he's ready to go. So the Rams, I think they can just keep improving each week. Cardinals, a lot of energy after that win against the Raiders, but I don't see much in this one. So give me the Rams.
I think it's still double battle pass for Call of Duty. Kyle Murray has not been great when it's double battle pass types of weekends for him. Give me Matty Stafford and the Rams. I feel like they just keep rolling. They keep the good vibes rolling. Murray will bounce back though. That win last week was huge for him. Seahawks, Atlanta, 42 is the over-under. Seattle, 2-point favorite. Geno Smith, not looking like a bad backup. Dre, what do you think?
Like you said, I'm liking Seahawks on this one. Geno Smith, he's kind of show he could play. You know what I'm saying? Bouncing back, and not really Falcons, but I do like that defense though. It's pretty good. But could care less for these two teams, like Jay Gray said. So I'm going Seahawks.
Yeah, I think Dre would agree with me and Devin would agree with me and dub this game the game that nobody gives a shit about. So you can throw up The poop emojis.
I need to bring those back this year. I'll do it.
You do. Devin needs. Yeah, he needs that. Wow, I really have no idea because I take back what I said about the last game because this is really the one I don't care about. I'm gonna go Atlanta, mostly because I was born in Georgia and they still have. Oh, they have AJ Terrell, so I'm gonna go with Atlanta.
Clemson boy.
Clemson boy.
I'm going with the Seahawks for no particular reason. But side note, did you guys see that Geno Smith had trademarked they wrote me off, but I didn't write back?
Yo, that's a cold line.
I mean, it's cold, but I feel like he just signed his own demise. I don't know. It was like let Russ cook, and then Russ would shit the bed for the rest of the season. So I don't know. I hope he does. I like seeing Geno actually do it. So I'm going Seahawks.
Yeah. Well, Geno's got the best weapons he's ever had with Lockett and DK Metcalf. So I think that's huge for them. And give me the 12th man. I just think the fans will make a difference in Seattle. I got too many away games right now anyway. So I need some home teams. So I'll take the Seahawks.
I think everybody hit the nail on the head. I wish the spread was bigger, like a 4 or 5 point spread. I'd be tempted to take Atlanta with the points. But because it's only 2 points, give me Seattle money line. I think 12th man's too much for him. Geno Smith looks locked in, dialed in. Atlanta still keep those fans on suicide watch, but I think the future can be bright for him, man. I think it can for the Dirty Birds. All right, the game that Fitz is here for: Packers, Bucks, over under set at 44. Tampa Bay 3-point favorite.
Man, I always like choosing not the underdog, but who people aren't really picking to win. I'm going Packers on this one. Even though, like y'all said, the receiving core is kind of iffy, I'm going Packers. I think A-Rod can pull something off.
Yeah, I think Fitz's game time analysis of it was really good. And I think that's the only reason it'll make it a semi-fun game to watch is because it's going to be fun to see what these guys do with potentially nothing. So I'll watch for that reason only, but I'm going Brady because I hate the Packers.
What about your Clemson boy? What about Sammy? We got Sammy Watkins.
I love Sammy. I love Sammy a lot, except he ignored me, but I touched his bicep once. He ignored me.
What?
And I was also absolutely smashed. It was Ain't Patty's Day in Clemson. So I said, best of luck in the draft. And his bodyguard said, Sammy says, thank you.
Oh, my God.
Don't go out on Ain't Patty's Day if you don't want that. Get out of here.
That might have been the creepiest thing ever said on him.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say it, I'm going Packers. I think it's lining up to be kind of a ground and pound dogfight, and I like the Packers duo in the backfield a little more. So give me Green Bay.
Man, I'm worried about our running backs against Tampa Bay's linebackers with Levante David and Devin White. They're just terrifying to me. And I think their DBs. I think their pass defense can create a nightmare for our guys. I'd like to say the same thing about our DBs. Jair Alexander definitely had a better showing in this week 2 than he did against Justin Jefferson. I just have a bad feeling that Brady's going to dice us and offense isn't going to figure it out. But I don't know. You guys, Dre and Tim taking the pack. I got my Showtime Aaron Jones on. First down. Give me the Packers.
I think Big David and Cobb are out for Sunday, right?
Cobb? I think Bakhtiari's still out.
Okay. That worries me. Tim, I think it's going to be a game one in the trenches here, like every game is, right? But I think they're going to lean heavy on the running game, and that running defense is going to come into play. Give me the Bucks. I like that defense coming in and solidifying the win. I think it's a close game. I think it's one hell of a game. But I think I just like the Buccaneers defense a little bit better this time.
Yeah. Randall Cobb is sick. They're unsure if it's COVID-19 related or if it's just some illness. Flu game.
P's and T's to him. He's got to get healthy first, and we'll worry about playing time, right? We care about people first, right? All right, here we go. Over under. 49ers, Broncos, 43's over under. Denver, 1-point favorite. Let Russ cook in the high country. Dre, what do you think?
49ers. 49ers. I'm liking that defense. I'm a big Nick Bosa fan, so I'm always choose 49ers on that one. And Russ, I don't know if it's because it's the first couple games, but I'm not impressed as of right now. So 49ers.
Yeah, I need Debo to have a really big game. So I'm going to take the Niners as well.
I'm going Niners. I think there are going to be some pretty big waves in Denver if coaching decisions aren't, I think, managed a little better. So give me the Niners.
I'm gonna take Denver. I think week 1 was a little bit of not like a true test for Denver. I think there was a lot of energy on the other side of the ball with Seattle. And I think, obviously Russell's still trying to get this going. And I don't know. I trust Nathaniel Hackett, former Packer offensive coordinator. I'll take the Broncos I think they handled this one pretty well.
This is tricky for me. I think Jimmy G is playing for that Brinks truck, and he's trying to get it backed up to his back door, so they throw all the money at him. Give me Jimmy G because he's playing for his team, obviously, but he's really playing for that future in that contract. Monday night game, Dallas, Giants, Cooper Rush, Daniel Jones looks to be out. Tyrod Taylor might get the start for the G-Men here. 39.5 to over under. New York, 3.5-point favorite.
Saquon's looking good right now, man. I'm liking that.
He is.
Saquon's looking good. Kind of sucks that Daniel Jones might not be in, but Cowboys, man, the injuries are always killing them.
Mm-hmm.
Always killing them. So I'm going to go Giants on this one.
Yeah, injuries and penalties. I think the Cowboys have the most stupid penalties I've ever seen in my entire life. Like just as a franchise, really stupid penalties. I'm going Giants because I want a happy house.
I'm going Giants too. I normally don't praise the Cowboys, but I think Micah Parsons is just on another level right now. But I really like Saquon, what he's doing. So I think he's on a comeback tour. Give me the Giants.
I like the Cowboys. And I think that the Giants, they struggled against their run defense against CMC last week. I think that created some problems for them. I like the combination of Zeke and Tony Pollard with the Cowboys. And I'm expecting Micah Parsons to make a play. I'm expecting him to come around the end, get a sack, fumble, take it to the house or something. So I'm going to take Dallas with the upset.
Man, Micah Parsons put Cincinnati's defensive line in the blender all game long. Cooper Rush, man, that's my ginger right there, man. He's putting on for the Redheads right now. The upgrade to Andy Dalton the world needed, it feels like. No, I actually love Andy Dalton. Man, Tyrod Taylor, he's one of my favorite quarterbacks, but he has such terrible luck, like things out of his control. It's just I feel bad for my boy. Just for the Bengals' sake, I'm going to take the Cowboys because we need to make that loss look better than what it was. Sorry, Cato. Hold your ears. I know you're a big G-Man fan. Hey, that's it for NFL Pick'ems. We always end on a random question, and then we're going to get out of here, and then you can plug whatever you want, Dre. Does anybody have a random question for us? I got one in the back pocket if we need it. All right. So it's super basic, but I think it can have a good debate here. Your top Gatorade flavor. We'll allow a top 2 if you must.
I was going to say it changes like every so often.
Oh, I got mine. I already know.
All right, Dre, let it rip, big dog.
White cherry.
Woo, speak to him.
Yes.
White cherry. Oh, my gosh. I just had that recently, like after practice. When it's cold, the best flavor.
Clutch.
Ain't nothing wrong with a classic. I'm a lemon lime girl.
The OG.
I love lemon lime. You can bring out all the new flavors you want. I'm getting the lemon lime.
I don't know the name of it other than just like grape. Is there
the worst flavor, Tim?
It's good. It's really good. Like you just, I don't know, you're on the pickleball court and you just really hit some good serves. Yo, it's nothing like some grape Gatorade. I'm telling you. White cherry would have been my second.
See, I don't know if it's because I always had like grape medicine as a kid. So maybe it's just like grape flavored things. I think I got that in middle school once, and I was like, "This is disgusting." They didn't have it. No, I'm at the second, Dre. Mine's the glacier cherry, and when it is cold like a glacier, that thing hits. My second would be the light blues, like the
Glacier Freeze.
Glacier Freeze. That one's pretty solid too.
Man, you stole it. You and Dre stole it, man. It was Glacier Freeze is my one, and then Glacier Cherry is my two. So good. Worst flavor, cucumber. Come at me, but I think it's terrible.
There's a cucumber flavor?
What?
Yeah. Gross. I had it one time, had a little bit too many adult beverages. The next morning, I was like, I need some electrolytes in me. I about threw up again on it. It was bad.
And chose cucumber.
Does anyone drink fruit punch? The fruit punch flavor.
There's a fruit punch.
Oh, the red flavor?
The red flavor. What's the red flavor?
Yeah.
Isn't that like fruit punch?
I think so.
Yeah.
Central Dining had it, and I'd always get it like when I was feeling sick. That app. It was good.
Huh.
I don't know if they still have it, Dre, or not, but it's changed.
They have the orange flavor now.
My parents used to crush up my medicine and put in the orange Gatorade, make me drink it.
Oh, that's rough. Well, hey, Dre, thank you so much for hopping on, man. We can't appreciate you enough. We wish you the best of luck. JM, who? That's what we're saying on Black Saturday, man. We're rooting for you. Dude, is there anything you want to plug real quick? Any NIL deals or anything at all? This is your time.
Nah, no NIL, but man, y'all stay tuned. It's going to be a great season, and go Mountaineers.
That's right, baby.
Mountaineers.
All right, we'll catch you guys next week for our college show and our regular show. And you guys have a beautiful weekend. Bet on sports, do it responsibly, and have one hell of a time.
Bye.
Have a wonderful time. See ya. Sorry, I forgot the rundown. In a bit, go well. Golly.
Oh my gosh.
Fundamentals.
We would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has to be.
More. I mean,
Evan, I need to
That
get
was a
you
good episode. We were all there on that
That was
episode.
That was good.
Fitzmagic in September is like one of the hottest athletes in the world.
Georgia, 24.5-point favorite. Jesus, take the wheel in the spread. Devin, what you got?
Dude, they're going to need every bit
Oh,
of it.
heck, I got a Rams.
Like I said, prop bet, South Carolina doesn't score a single point. Yeah.
That's not even close. It's not
Man, I'm a dumbass.
Georgia,
I'm clipping that.
Georgia's second. Georgia's second.
Hey, Georgia also had Herschel Walker.
10 seconds.
What'd you say, Jay Gray?
All right, so it's ETN.
Etienne? What did